As you do understand how symbiotic relationships work, right? That leaders and people in power and authority are puppets for an aggressive group to reflect their addiction, right? You understand? Okay. So you can lead yourself to peace. I've got a real objective here. I'm effective here because I select a clear method for all suckers that fall and maul and crawl into the pit of purgatory. I glow for glory. I'm taking inventory. Okay, do you understand? Okay. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? When you set forward to become a leader, is the moment you can't lead yourself to peace. You have to sit there and tell everybody, I'll lead you to peace. How are we going to lead each other to peace? By going to war every 2 to 4 years in a booth where we all write on a piece of paper which asshole will be the leader of the fight over the money. I'll lead you to peace, right? I got a new idea. Is it going to save us from the last idea? I certainly hope so, right? So you do understand, right? Being intelligent is an all-day job in the bowels of hell, right? Being intelligent is a gift of love when you submit to faith and the glory of God and live in heaven. So being intelligent is wonderful when you're in heaven, okay? Wake me up if we get to heaven. Let me sleep if we go to hell. We're still in hell, and when you sleep, it's hell because of the Wi-Fi and the connections, and it's relative. And even if they try to shut you off, you're still going to connect because you care about people not being murdered. Because you want them to live the Lord's Prayer and not be murdered over the next idea for the success for the money. Hi, I'm Wonder Woman. Nice to meet you. Do you understand? It's a joke, right? Okay. So fuck, I'm tired. But you guys do understand that technology, okay, when it gets to the aha point, take on me, take on me. When it gets to that aha point of, oh, Pascal, oh, life's eternal grace is infinite. If I stop trying to grasp the infinite with the finite, I no longer go mad, and then understand how to sustain laws to maintain life. So I have an existence through invention, through the truth of creation, which is a human being, okay, trying to replace God with their ego. Hi, look, it's Stephen Hawking. He'll be here as long as we have a computer voice to talk. Do you see what I'm saying? And so it's, egomaniacs can't get out the way themselves, okay? It's impossible. Players only love you. They don't love you. They say they love you. Okay? It's just about the competition. It's like a rapist. They always would say that. The rape isn't about sex. It's about the power. Well, what power? Okay. Power and glory is God. Okay. So when you're raping somebody, you're playing God, and it's about that. Okay, so do I need a degree? Do I need a piece of paper that says I'm more intelligent than the other idea maker who's going to invent a robot for a sex robot? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm kicking the living crap out of you. Okay. Let me sleep if we go to hell. It's just what I'm saying. Kill your television. There's nothing wrong with the television. Okay. If you use the television to say hi to somebody in Poughkeepsie because you're north of San Ysidro, New Mexico. Hi, Poughkeepsie. Hi, north of San Ysidro. How's it going, Space Ghost? Pretty good. You're looking at my ghost. I'm looking at yours. How do you feel about that? Tolerable. But there's, hey, I'm looking at your ghost and it's talking and it's only a few seconds delay. So that means in that time you're alive. Okay, cool. Nice to know. You could go into cardiac arrest and have a bunch of kids revive you, put you into a model ambulance, have a real ambulance pick you up and put you back into the game for money. Yeah, that's horrible. It is. You see that on the news last night with David Muir? It's like, they saved his life. Are you sure about that? Someone saved. He's still in extortion, exploitation, indoctrination, and institutionalization. He's not living the freedom of truth. Faithful love is still absent in the building. But the people on the news are smiling because they're selling you products and they're millionaires. Trapped in the delusions of their own power and glory and fame, right? Fame, what you get is no tomorrow. Fame, 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 fame. Hey, look, it's a ghost of Bing Crosby. We're going to sing Christmas carols. I need more money. I'm married to a supermodel. I want to stay home and be able to have sex with her. Then tell Jay Leno about it. What are you doing? Nothing. Having sex with my wife. They all talk about it. You're having sex with your wife. Okay. But you haven't stood for the Lord's Prayer a day in your pathetic little row Blue Chew life, right? You Viagra. You're Lilly. You're a medicine company. Hey, Lilith, how's it going? Some of them have penises. Okay. Jumanji. Okay. So they got to quit, right? Hey, sports betting's the best. If you're a pervert with erection pills. But if you're a human being who doesn't want to be fucked and be a hot girl saying Blue Chew, that's all you need is Blue Chew. He'll fuck you silly. You need Blue Chew. You're already silly. Why do you need to be fucked silly? I'm attractive. Yeah, if you're an idiot who thinks with your penis. But look, have you ever seen the Viagra commercials? And they sit there in the Blue Chew commercials. It's like, would you really want to have sex with her? I've seen women like that on porn. Yeah. I don't think they would help you live the Lord's Prayer for a solitary New York minute. I don't think there's a Ruth or Esther in the building. Okay? Like I used to tell, Natalie, don't be like those girls that are wonderful place to put your penis, horrible place to put your heart. Okay? If your heart isn't in it, why didn't you tell me so, right? If my heart wasn't in it, I'd been gone long ago, which is why I'm here every day until further notice. Lord's Prayer, orderly, all the way. Hey, Sweetbread, look, it's a Chihuahua. Hey, look, it's a plastic surgeon in El Paso. And they're passionate about personal injury law because they can make millions of dollars off of you getting hit by a car paying extortion because they suck. Anyway. You really think that hot blonde lawyer is as hot as she thinks she is? No Ruth and Esther in that building. No, all of them dumb as a box of rocks. Do it now. Call. Help me pay my extortion and my bills. I won't stand up for Lord's Prayer if you had a guy in Las Cruces kicking my stupid money-grubbing ass in the dirt every day to save children from being us playing games for fuck money. We're so stupid. Do it. Call it now. Right. Stop! Stop stopping. Do it now. Stop stopping. You're not stopping. So how can you stop stopping? Stop stopping. Now you're doing it. Now submit to faith. All right, here we go. Wow. I'm just doing this all to go down and meet B. Martinez at the Sun Bowl and say, hey, you're cute. I think if you weren't born too late, and I was born, if we were both born in another place and time, right? I think we probably would have dated, DB. You're cute. Yeah. Is that your little boy? He looks a lot like you. Is that him on the commercial? She said she's a mom, single mom. He's so cute. He reminded me of Anthony. Yeah, brings tears to my eyes. It does. I don't think kids should have to fight in the playground for survival because of institution, incarceration, and indoctrination. I think it sucks. I love the Gospels because they're not indoctrination, they're not institutionalization, and they're not incarceration, right? The Lord's Prayer in there. That's freedom from institution, indoctrination, and incarceration. And it says, forgive debt and trespass, love one, and turn a fifth of peace. So you say, read it, talk about it, everybody, debate it, and then see who makes money off of trying to sell the idea? No. Well, then shut the fuck up. If you don't have anything beautiful and loving to say, stop talking. Just shut the fuck up. Serious. You suck at talking. You know why you suck at talking? Because you suck at listening. Because every time you think you're listening, you're thinking, saying, I'm going to outsmart this guy. He's stupid. He's trying to take away all my power and my glory. Okay, power and glory is God. I think I'm God. I know you do. Then I'm going to kill God because God doesn't sell anymore. And then you're going to invent us, come up with an idea to make the inventions to save us from the last invention. I get it, asshole. Shut up. Thank you. Shut up, shut up, rabbit. There you go. Right? I got to go in there and shave up and shower up and go to the store. I got to get the 2 gas cans and fill them up for the gas cans for the more so we can keep everything, maintained around here, and help the neighbors. And these, I might want to go buy Tractor Supply and buy some more of the, the stuff that goes in there. What else do I got to do? And I got to get a big bag of sugar because my hummingbirds are piggies. They're piggies. They're always eating. We have a lot of hummingbirds. And so we keep the 3 hummingbird feeders full. And 3 days later, it's 2 days later probably, I got it. The one Outback's probably almost empty, so I got to get that too. And then what else? Then I got to go through with the nippers. I got to go with the weed eater and cut all the stuff with Roundup on it. And I always cut down a few of the weeds the other day. And then he grabbed her, and then he turned on the buzzsaw. And then, and then I walked in the classroom cool and slow. Called the English teacher Daddy-O. Yeah. Guys, investigative reporters. Stephanie Valle won like 2 of those Edward R. Murrow Awards, right? I've been here since 2011 on social media. All you need is a library card for your children to live the peace of the Messiah. And these people are investigative reporters, right? All that time, she was in Utah. The federal prosecutor's office was building their case against Wackadoodle Dackadoodle with their Wackadoodle Dackadoodle. How Will Trent of our Matlock, we know, okay, high potential. And you're like, seriously? You guys are supposed to be the most intelligent people in the history of the world. The greatest problem solvers in the history of the world. Standing in the Obama Museum of Great Presidency with a replication of the Oval Office with not as much bling on it as Donald Trump, the latest puppet in the history of the puppet show. Is that Vince McMahon? He's been running the world the whole time? Yeah. Wow. Where's The Undertaker? He's Solomon Grundy. Oh, I watched that last night with Hot Girl, who lost her little mask. She looks better without the mask. She should lose the mask. But maybe she needs the mask to protect her nose in case anybody tries to punch her in it. You never know. She has a beak when she has her Batgirl helmet thing on, but she's now wearing her Batgirl helmet on. She's kind of cute under that Batgirl helmet. Earl, it's just a cartoon. I know, but didn't anybody else have a crush on Ariel? On Thunder the Barbarian? Just me? Okay. Well, I had a crush on Nichelle Nichols. I had a crush on her cartoon character, just like I had a crush on her real character. But I thought the real character was more attractive than the cartoon character because they made the cartoon character more skinny. And it's like, she don't look like that. She's got a fuller figure. But you know what I'm saying? Body shaming. Hey, let's get down to the Met Gala and make sure that nobody's doing body shaming. Just live forgiveness of debt and trespass and stop telling me ridiculous clothes for ridiculous amounts of money. That isn't real. Does it pay to be good? No, money's not real. It's good to be good. Okay. Why would you spend 1,300 hours wearing a dress for somebody who has more money than common sense and then saying we're helping save babies from malnutrition and genocide and disease? That's just insane, isn't it? Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Not that again, Mr. Know-It-All. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't mean to be Mr. Know-It-All. I just happen to be humble. And being humble, I am faithful. And being faithful, I'm more intelligent than all the ideas on TV. We got another idea to do good shit with your money. Okay, you know Kenny Gamble ain't the Messiah. Was he the one who wrote For the Love of Money? You can't love money. Hey, it's a mistranslation of the Bible. For the want of money is the root of all evil. For the want of delusions of human power is the root of all evil. I'm the power, I'm the glory. Shut up, shutting up, or we're going to have Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber try to translate you for homosexuals to survive England. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, who are you? What have you sacrificed? Tag room Bible talk, that's pretty thin. I've been debating card marks, comic books since I can't remember when. Life being eternal, grace being infinite. It would be probably 2000. No, I don't know if it'd be 2026 years, but it might be. You never know. They might have been doing it before we even wrote the book down. They might have been making their own stories around Stonehenge again. No, I think God is the rock that fell on Joe because I don't like Joe and I asked God to drop a rock on him. As a matter of fact, I had my cousin do it. Okay, bring it on you. Do you see what I'm saying? It's funny. Okay. The greatest adventure just lies ahead. Roads go ever, ever on. Over rock and under tree. We don't need money to fuck. So why all this insanity? Why did you torture Patrick's mom? His grandpa and his grandma too? Why do you want access to airport lounges? Is that really organic food? Don't you think the airplanes would be parked? Not causing heart disease and birth defects? For that to really be organic food? Shared locally instead of the log truck problem of Brian Regan's comic imagination. Right? Hello, McBurger, McFly. Do you believe that the technology could become more intelligent than the people that invented it and mass murder over money with technology? Do you believe it's tangible for technology to be as intelligent as the Messiah? At this point, not today, boy. Not today. Shit. Stewpot. There is nothing like a dame. Why don't dames get up and say, hey, Earl's the standard of all manhood. I don't want to make love to anybody but him. Oh, go sell Kabbalah bracelets. What are you talking about? Make a sex book and sell Kabbalic basics. I don't want to talk to you. Your husband's an idiot. You're an idiot. And so's Oliver Stone. I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get sown. Or bunged by a Billy Thornton. Yeah. Is Superior, Arizona really Superior? It's just a name. Oh, okay. It's not Superior? No, I've been there. It's tolerable. Okay. People from there say the same thing. Okay. Is the Superior, Arizona really Superior? No, it's tolerable. Okay. Hey, it's got water, indoor plumbing. We got air conditioning. We're good. Okay. Want to go fishing? Okay. Let's ride bikes. Oh, adult ADHD, huh? You're funny. I know I'm funny. Shit. Gosh dang it. Whew. And this is all me. I don't have any Screenwriters Guild from the Fallon Show, the Kimmel Show, the Corbella Show, the Seth Meyers Show, the Conan O'Brien Show, the Nikki Glazer Show, the George Lopez Show, SNL, What's That Smell, Fridays, Mad TV, whatever you see, whatever you say. No writers Guild. If they think they're writing for me, are you serious? I've been this funny since I was a kid and got in trouble in school because of it. I just held it under wraps because I didn't want to make people feel inferior or abuse them. You know, when John used to make fun of Ronnie Love, and said, what are you talking about? I could grab you by your skinny ankles, use you to rake my front yard. You know, I can be really mean if I want to be, but I'm not, because I love people. You ask yourself, you know, do I feel? He told me that one story. John Blintz, his brother looked just like him, right? They lived up in a place called Republic, Washington. Right? And there was this mean old bastard at this little old folks home that was in like a portable. And it had a wheelchair ramp. And if you walked across the grass on the way home, which was no big, it's just walking on grass. Stay off the damn grass! He'd sit there when the kids got off school and he'd yell at them from his wheelchair. Get off the goddamn grass! I tell you goddamn kids this every day. Are you stupid? Right. So John had his little brother stand in the middle of the grass while John was under the ramp with a broom handle. And the old man was cussing, you're so dumb and ugly, you stupid kid, get the hell off the fucking grass. And John said, as soon as that guy came honking down that ramp, I popped up and I stuck that broom handle in his spokes. We took off like bats out of hell. That's horrible, but it's also very funny. Okay. He told me that story. I was like, you didn't? He goes, yeah, we did. Ah, dang, that's... I was just, and seeing it play out in my mind, I'm like, this is a Will Ferrell fucking movie, I swear. Okay. No, Adam Sandler's right there. Yeah. It's Nikki or whatever, you know. It's a devil's son right there. Heaven's nature, devil's daughter. Is that Andy Gibb? I can't remember. But yeah, it's horrible what we do to one another and how we treat one another. I told you that stupid bastard old vet outside Thunderbird Park. Anybody in their right mind would be, I think this kid's going to play in the NBA. Baby, he's dunked the ball 30 times. He tomahawks it from the left baseline. He can't be much more than 6 feet tall, if that. He's going to be playing professional basketball, honey. No. Get out of here! Rah! I wondered why the park was empty. He was the meanest, bitchiest old vet, but I've ran into lots of bitchy old vets. Remember the guy who called Mr. Vargas's kids gooks, and Raymond came over and came with we're going to throw his garbage cans of all his shit into his pool. Then what? Then Steve's going to take off like a Wile E. Coyote character, and we're both going to fall on the ground laughing, and he's going to accuse us of being drug addicts. And then Mr. Vargas is like, we're dead. No, Steve went and Mr. Vargas came up and, what? You're calling my kids gooks? If you'd called my kids gooks in front of me, I'd done worse than throw goddamn fucking, your garbage cans in the pool. You'd be floating in the fucking pool. He was mad. He was pissed. Mr. Vargas, I was like, Mr. Vargas died of a heart attack from exposure to chemical weapons during the Vietnam War. He died that year. Okay. Mrs. Vargas was a widow, raising her 2 kids all by herself. That was the last year, after we moved. Mr. Vargas died of a heart attack from chemical weapons exposure in Vietnam. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle a Messiah either. No, you're dirty, rotten bastards, just like the bastards before you and the bastards in your immediate future. But apparently, in the future, because of actions of people like myself, in the present, the eternal spirit of Jesus Christ is able to save children from genocide operations. Okay, in the future. Presently, you still suck. But we might have to throw a garbage can in your pool. And then laugh at Steve Vargas. He looked like just like the Roadrunner. There was a little thing of white powder, and he took off, and there was a puff and me and Raymond fell on our asses and couldn't stop laughing. It was funny. That old bastard was glaring over the cinder block wall at us. And then Steve came back with Mr. Vargas. Yeah, I forgot. What happened? Did we get up and run? No, Mr. Vargas came and chewed that man out. Told him he'd have kicked his ass, done worse to him than Raymond did. And Raymond, but Mr. Vargas says, next time you guys need to tell me. Don't handle it yourself. I'll handle it. When he did. We did not get in trouble for dropping those garbage cans in that. And he did not tell my dad. Okay. He didn't go tell my dad, you have a bad kid there. Mr. Vargas loved me, and I love Mr. Vargas. Yes, Mr. Vargas loved me. I love Mr. Vargas. Because I was a good person that stood up for his family and protected his family from bullies and was, didn't ever call his kids gooks or spics or anything like that. Of course, I got accused of being one because everybody thought my dad was a Mexican and lied to La Migra to avoid deportation. It's like, but why would he? My mom is a military. She's a redheaded, blue-eyed. And I would always tell everybody, well, that should be okay. So if my dad is Mexican and my mom is American, that doesn't make that me American? Yeah, that's why I always just give those guys. Okay, my dad's Mexican. Okay, I see that. I understand that. And then he's lying to the authorities to stay here married to my mother. But the thing about it is my mother is an American. So technically, wouldn't that make me an American? Right? Right? So I didn't understand. Bigots are so dumb. Okay? They're so dumb that they can't get the way out of themselves. I had to explain that to people all the time. It's like, technically, well then, so if dad's a Mexican, it makes me Mexican. Even if mom is a redheaded, blue-eyed white woman that's so white it's not even funny, right? It was nuts. Trying to explain intelligence and reason to people that lack intelligence, they have no reason. It's like talking to Richard Dawkins and Stephen Hawking about truth. And you got to scientifically prove it. I got to scientifically prove truth. And love. You scientifically have to prove love and truth. Right? Because it's a completely foreign concept to an egomaniac, right? What? I've been so selfish, and I've trapped the soul and the mind and molecular structures over 100,000, definitely during the last 10,000 years of civilization, and probably worked on it real hard the 100,000 years before that. Right. Okay. Are you an anthropologist? Are you Richard Dawkins's right testicle? Do you have the right to remain silent and listen? Here's your award. Here's more money. Go to Vegas. Whatever happens there, we'll stay there. You're funny. I know. Save room for my love. That's the first time I ever heard John Legend was singing Save Room and on Vegas for Fergie's husband, right? Then when Amy was getting ready to leave us because of Stockholm Syndrome, she kept singing that Fergie song to me. It's, I'm going to be like, miss you like a child misses his blanket. And I was like, shut up, shutting up. We're being tortured by a bunch of scientists, and the people that she's using the music to torture us with it, okay, are being programmed by the scientists. We can't get them to do anything they don't want to do. And we can program them like we're programming a video game. And life without music would be a mistake. What was your first mistake? Realizing that birds sing without propaganda. There you go. And it's not propaganda. I remember Mr. Porter, he's not, he's singing this my territory. And I said, well, in a way, that's beautiful. My wife, my kids, stay away. I catch you trying to eat my eggs. I'm going to peck you till you can't fly. Well, I've seen robins do it to blackbirds. Oh, yeah. They probably got the eggs, but they're like, don't come back. Don't come back around here, you hear? Okay. Now it's time to say goodbye to Raven and all his kin. I don't like him dropping in and eating my wife's eggs again. But I'd like to live and I don't want to die. Okay. I'm glad I'm a human being and not a bird every day. Do. Okay, guys? I love you. Let's load this up. Then I got to go to the store and I got to run some chores and then I got to cut the yard. Okay? Be good. Peace out. If you can't be good, you're a dirty, rotten bastard, and you probably need your technology to find ways to isolate, contain, and exterminate you. I'm trying to avoid that because, mister, if you're looking for a lover man, you look upon the right one. If you're looking for a lover man, you look upon the right one. Ugly brother, don't come home tonight. It'd be nice if all the bimbos that just want sex and money would say that to him, but they don't. But they're hot, and they're a good dancer, and they got big penises. So she thinks with her vajayjay, she acts like a vajayjay. Okay? Anybody can fucking have children. Okay? Only lovers can make love and have holy covenants through truly loving their children by loving one another. Okay? Be a lover, not a fucker. You're welcome. Thank you. All right? Take a load off and have some pecan waffles. Okay, this a little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And if Natalie doesn't understand me yet, I'm gonna be like, I raised you, you little stinker. And if Emily and Kate don't, what's wrong with you? And if Amy doesn't, I'm like, we talk a lot in prayer, and you're the only thing that keeps my prostate going because you don't sit there and judge me and act like some pompous, self-righteous pervert with a science project, lots of money, and no idea what's whack and what's dope. Life's eternal grace is in for it. Figured out, stud. Okay, peace.